Hey everyone, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So I'm going to start with a little seed haul here. Some of them are already open because I have planted some of them already, but I'm just going to show you everything I am planting from seed in March inside because right now where I live it's too cold. I am in planting zone 6B here in Kansas. So let's just get started with the seed haul and then I'll show you how I plant them all indoors. So this year I'm trying a lot of new things that I've never planted before, and I've also never planted very many plants from seed before. So this year I'm trying a lot of things new and we'll see what works and see what doesn't. So these seeds I did just get from Walmart. So I have cilantro, one of my favorite herbs. I love putting it on rice noodles, tacos, so many yummy things to put cilantro on. And cilantro grows really quickly. It's probably one of the easiest herbs to grow in my opinion. And then we have cabbage. I have tried planting cabbage one other time and some creatures were eating it. I don't know if they were bugs or like a bunny or something. But we'll try cabbage again and see if it works out better this time. And then we have broccoli. I think I have planted broccoli once before a little while ago. And then cauliflower. I've never planted cauliflower before. And radishes. I have planted radishes before, but that was when I was first starting out and I didn't know you had to thin out the radishes. So they grew like really skinny and they didn't taste very good. So now I know you have to thin them out after they sprout and hopefully it'll work out this time. Now these are the seeds I got from Etsy. I love supporting small businesses when I can. The only thing is if you're looking to plant a lot of each item, these don't come with as many seeds as you would get from the store, but I have limited space. I live in an apartment, so I only have like my front porch area to plant. So I'm only doing like a few of each seed, and the business is called Garden Easy. It's on Etsy. Easy is with a Z. So first we have kohlrabi. I actually didn't know about kohlrabi until last year when I got it at the farmer's market, and I really liked it. So I don't really know much about planting kohlrabi, but hopefully it'll work out. Whoops. Next we have lima beans. I really love lima beans, so I think this will be really fun to plant. These are celery seeds, green tomatillo. I actually have never heard of these until recently. I was watching a YouTube video about these, and I guess you make salsa verde with it. They're just basically like tomatoes, but green tomatoes. We have the cucamelon mini watermelons. So I think these are basically just like cucumbers, like mini cucumbers. I might be wrong, but I've never tried them before. Baby bok choy. I absolutely love bok choy, especially putting it in like stir fries and soups. Next we have okra. I do usually plant okra every year, but I usually get it from an already grown seedling. So this is my first time planting it from seed. I love okra, especially like fried okra or stir fried okra. I know a lot of people don't like okra. I think it's mainly because of the texture, but I personally really like okra, and I also really like growing it. I've had a lot of luck with growing okra so far. Forage, this is an herb. I believe it's supposed to taste like cucumber. And I've never tried it before, but I think it has a purple flower and is supposed to also attract pollinators. So I do need these for attracting pollinators, but I also wanted to be able to try the herb. Summer savory, this is somewhat of a new one for me. I have grown it before and I really liked it. To me, it's kind of a combination of like oregano and basil, but with like a little bit of a spiciness to it. It's really good, so I'm really excited to plant it again. Angelica herb, I believe this is also attracts pollinators, and I think it has a white flower. I can't remember because I've never tried it. I can't remember what it's supposed to taste like, but I always like trying new herbs and stuff, so that'll be interesting to try. This next one, we have carrots, we have parsley. So I used to get the curly parsley, but I found out that when you dry curly parsley, it doesn't really taste like anything. And I love drying herbs and then putting them in like little herb jars so I can use them throughout the winter when I don't have fresh herbs. And so I tried flat parsley last year, and I dried it, and you can taste it a lot better when it's dried compared to the curly parsley. So if you're wanting to dry parsley, definitely would recommend the flat leaf parsley. And then this is the last seed. These are beets, colorful beets. So I do have some other seeds I have grown indoors before. I have a hydroponic system. I mainly grow lettuce in it, but those are mostly all the seeds I am planting right now in March, and then after they grow a bit and it gets warmer outside, I will transplant them outdoors. So stay tuned for that. I almost forgot about these seeds, but I also am planting spearmint. Any type of herb in the mint family is really easy to grow. Just be careful because mint tends to spread. So if you are planting it in the ground, it might spread. And then we have peas and then green beans. So now I'm just going to show you how I planted all the seeds and all the supplies I use, and then I'll probably wait a couple weeks to post this video so I can give you guys a little bit of an update and show you some of the sprouts. So to start out, I got these seed starting trays. These specifically had 72 cells, and I got 2 of them. I didn't end up using all of the cells, but I did use most of them. I just got these from Walmart, but you can get them from hardware stores, any outdoor stores like Home Depot, Lowe's. You can get them a lot of places. So these came with the cells, of course, and as you can see, each cell does have a hole at the bottom for drainage because that is very important when growing any sort of plant. And here you can see it came with this clear tray cover, which will really help keep that moisture and humidity in while the plants are growing. And then this is just the black tray that you can put under the cells to just keep the water from going everywhere. Since I am planting several different seeds, I didn't want to forget where I planted everything, so I decided to make this chart. There are definitely other ways you could do this. You could get those little labels that you stick in the soil and label everything, but I didn't have those on hand, and I was just kind of trying to use what I had, so I made this chart. Definitely not the prettiest looking chart. I just threw it together in a few minutes. But the main point of it was just to label everything so I don't forget where I planted each seed. And then what I did is I just put an X on the paper, and then I put some stickers on the tray just so I knew which way to hold the paper when I'm looking at the chart. Okay, now for the fun part, we can finally start planting. So this is just something I had from last year. This is a potting mix, so I'm going to start with this, but I ended up having to get something else later on because I ran out of this, but I will show you what that is later. And you definitely don't have to use a potting mix for starting seeds. They make things specifically for starting seeds. I know some people like to use coconut coir, so there's definitely a ton of different options, but I'm just using what I had on hand. As you can see, I'm just taking the potting mix and spreading it around the cells, just making sure everything is evenly distributed, and you will want the cells to be basically all the way full. Not sure if this is how everyone does it, but this is how I learned how to do it in my horticulture class, and I thought it was a really good method. So after filling up the cells with the potting mix, I am going to water them with nothing in it, so I haven't put the seeds in it or anything. I am just pouring water over them, and that is going to kind of sink the potting mix down a little bit more, so now there is room for the seeds. But this does also help prevent the seeds from drowning when you do go to water them, since the soil is already going to be packed down from the water. And then before I actually plant the seeds, I am just labeling everything on my chart that I made just so I have a plan. I am going to plant 2 or 3 seeds in each cell just because it's very unlikely that every seed is going to germinate. Now, if you have the time and you're fine with it, you can just put 1 seed in each cell, and then once everything starts to germinate, you can go back and replant anything that did not germinate. But I don't really have the patience for that, so I just did 2 or 3 seeds in each cell, and that will increase the likelihood that I don't have to go back and replant anything. And of course, it is probably likely that multiple seeds will germinate in one cell if you are doing this method, but that's totally fine because you can always remove them, you can always replant them in an empty cell. Now that I have all the seeds planted, I'm doing a thin layer of potting mix over everything. You just don't want it to be too thick of a layer because then the plants or the seeds might not grow at all. I didn't film this part, but after this, I did do a really light watering. You just want to make sure that the water pressure isn't too strong. It just needs to be really gentle and light. And you really don't need a ton of water to get seeds started. Now I'm just going to show you my little setup and where I put everything. I didn't have very many options of where I could put the seeds, but this shelf seemed to work okay. So I put it on this shelf, and I did get a grow light from Amazon. I will try to link that in the description box below. It is also by a window, so there might be some sunlight getting to it, but since it is on the second shelf, probably not a lot, but the grow light is doing most of the work. I do also have a hydroponic system on the top shelf, so maybe some of that light is also getting to that tray as well, but like I said, the grow light is giving most of the light to the seeds. And as you can see, I also put that clear topper on it. Like I said earlier, it will help grow your seeds a little bit. It'll keep that moisture and humidity in. Like I said, I am doing a second tray, which I'm not going to be filming, but I just wanted to show you really quick here. I ended up getting this soil specifically for seed starting, so that's what I used for the second tray. And we finally have some popping up after a couple days. The radish and cilantro were the first ones to germinate. So that last clip was on day 2, and this clip is on day 4. As you can see, we have some things a little bit taller than 2 days ago, and some more things germinating. This next clip is on day 6. I could not believe how quickly some things grew. I think these big things are the green beans. They were pushing up the clear lid, so I had to take it off. This is day 8. I did end up moving some things around, so that's why it's in a different location. And then I did actually go on a trip for about a week. So this next clip is going to be day 18 because I couldn't give as often of an update. So here is day 18. I think by now I could definitely repot some in a larger pot because some of these are getting really big. I also did notice some white stuff on the surface of the potting soil. I think this might be because of overwatering, but I'm not entirely sure. The plants look okay, but I have been having to water the larger plants more than the smaller ones just because they take more water. And then this last clip is day 25. I believe my average last frost day in my planting zone is around April, the second week of April maybe, so that's when I'm going to start planting things outside. And if you're interested, this is the other tray of plants I ended up planting a little bit after the other tray I've been showing, so they're doing pretty good as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped, and stay tuned for more plant videos. Bye!